today is Saturday, and since I got home at 6 a.m., I woke up after the banks were already closed. So I could not get any more money. So I scrounged around the house and I got up to about $4,900. And then the main bank account that I use for Blackjack, I don't know, I can distinctly remember the guy saying, "Do you want an ATM card?" And I said, "No, I'll always take the money out in person." Because usually I'd be taking out, you know, several $1,000s. I'm not going to take out several $1,000s out of an ATM. But right now it'd be nice to have that ATM card. When the bank is closed, I could at least take out $300, $400, maybe $500. That would make me feel a lot safer. So I have another bank account. I have several other bank accounts, but I had one where I could take out at least $300. And I have a credit card where I could take out a cash advance, probably from the casino, or, you know, figure it out if it was an emergency. So basically, I've got about $5,200 on me now. I could get a little more if it was an emergency. So I'm just saying, you got to be prepared. I'm not going to attack this thing unless I have over $5,000. And because what could happen is, you know, let's say this thing doesn't hit until $4,999.99, right? And let's say it's at $4,994, and I've already put in $5,200 and I'm out of money now. Okay, well, the thing has to hit by 5,000. That's the way it's set up. It has to. So at this point, no matter how much I put in, I'm going to lose money. But I certainly don't want to lose 5,000 when I could lose like 400 or 500 by just putting more money in the machine and getting it to pay off. All right, so that's a total disaster if something like that happens. If it gets up to like $49.95 and I run out of money, that's a complete disaster. Because even if I had to put another 1,000 in there to get it to 5,000, I would absolutely do that, because I'd rather lose 1,000 or even 1,500 than 5,000, and it's guaranteed to hit by 5,000. So anyway, I'm not even there yet. I'm on the road, as you can see. We'll see what happens. Well, this time the good news is that I played for 9 hours in a place that previously told me I could not play blackjack, and that was less than a year ago that they told me that. I go back and check my records, but I'm thinking it was like about 3 months ago they told me that. So that's the good news. The bad news is I didn't make any money. I lost a little bit, about $250, which is, you know, no big deal. It was worse than that, so that's why it's so late. I didn't want to, I was down like, at one point I was down about 700, and I wasn't that tired, so I just didn't really want to leave down 700 if I could avoid it. Not that that's ever a reason to stay to try to get even or anything like that. I got another, you know, good positive count, and this time the cards went my way. I tried something that I had heard about, and I've done this before to try to, you know, as cover, just to kind of fool around, like when you're making a minimum bet. I was only betting $5, and the count was pretty negative, and I had 12 against a 4. So basic strategy is you would stand on that, but if the count is even a little bit negative, you're supposed to hit. And, you know, most people think it's strange to hit 12 versus 4, and they might even think that you're counting if you do something like that, because you know that, you know, it's negative or whatever, you know, there's small cards coming. So I thought, well, to throw everybody off as far as that goes, I would double down on the hard 12, because they have to call that out to the pit And Pitt looked over briefly, said good luck, and I think I got a 5. Yeah, I got a 5. Ended up with 17, and pretty sure the dealer busted. So, which means nobody was going to care if I hit my 12 at this particular table, because I've never seen such bad. This was probably this Saturday night at a small casino in the middle of nowhere, and a lot of young people, a lot of people I think that have never played blackjack before, and it was kind of funny, the stuff that was going on, which was good because it tends to chase some people away, and I like to play with less. I don't like to have a full table if I can avoid it, especially when the count starts getting good. So a lot of this crazy play by people who, really had no idea how the game even worked, I don't think. Just all kinds of stuff. They thought a lot of these people would try to double down on 20, and it's like, you want to split? No, double down. Well, you have to take a card. Oh, I have to take a card, So they thought they could just double their bets. Like, it's not poker, You can't just increase your bet because you got a good hand. That'd be nice. Hopefully I'm not pushing my luck a little bit too much with, wearing out my welcome here. Like I said, I've been backed off from this casino before, and this is now my 3rd day in 4 days of going back to the same place, which I normally don't do. But the main reason I'm going there is there's a slot machine there that's been getting very close to where it's playable. In other words, where it's an advantage for the player to play it. And I've been surprised that people aren't playing it more. Usually people would have jumped on it by now and not gotten off of it till it hit, even though it's not really advantageous yet. But, most people jump on it way too early. In fact, what's been happening is the opposite. There's a bank of 3 of these, and people have been playing the ones with the lower jackpot amount, even though it says it has to hit by 5,000. So I would think if you're a ploppy, even if you know nothing, if you look and there's a jackpot, one says 4,800 and the other one says 4,200, and they have to pay out by 5,000. Well, even if you're thinking, well, I'm probably not going to get the jackpot, but there's a chance, and if you're playing slot machines, I would think that you're hoping maybe you'll get a jackpot someday. Wouldn't you play the one with the $4,800 jackpot instead of the $4,200 black jackpot? If they're both the same machine, I mean, why are you choosing the one with the smaller jackpot? I don't understand that. Maybe if there's somebody that's watching this that plays slots or knows people that play slots, maybe you can explain that to me. Why are they playing the smaller jackpot? Is there some theory, some superstition to that? Anyway, I'm going there mostly because I'm chasing that jackpot. And I haven't even played the machine yet because it hasn't been, and I'm not going to play it unless I have the advantage. So at least now, today's Monday, banks are open, and I went and withdrew a substantial amount of money to be able to play this thing. I actually took out more than I need so that I can afford to play blackjack while I wait for the jackpot to get to where I want it to be to start playing it if it's not there already. Probably when I'm expecting, actually, because I didn't come up here yesterday. It probably already paid off, and which makes it completely unplayable now. But we'll find out. We'll see.
All right. Well, it looks like I've gotten myself into quite a jam here. I started playing this at over 4,900, and I know for a fact that it's playable at 4,920. and I was at 49.20 with a profit. So there's no way that I didn't have the edge. However, I've already put $6,000 in here, and as you can see, there's only $256 left, and this thing still hasn't hit, and it has to hit by 5,000. So I've started calling around. My wife is coming with credit cards. A friend of mine, my business partner, co-author of my book, Paul Martin, is coming up here with credit cards and whatever cash he can round up to get me out of this mess. Basically send lawyers guns and money. Well, just money anyway.
All right. Actually, first I should say, hey, it's Paulie Baboom to the rescue, bailing me out here with lawyers, guns, and money just as I get 32 free games. We'll see how this goes. The thing that's good about free games, Paul, is you don't have to press the button. And otherwise I was getting carpal tunnel. Yeah, we're at $4,992 roughly, and this damn thing still isn't it. I only got to move it at a maximum $8 now, and it has to. I'm only betting 88 cents. I figured out, I think that I should have been betting 88 cents the whole time. Earlier, I started off doing $8.88, which was, I think, a bad idea. I went through a lot of money real fast. I think it's more volatile the more you bet. And then I looked at Mickey Krim, who's the guru of all slot gurus, and he bets $3.52, which is exactly the amount to move it 1 penny. Well, it's like $3. Every $3 moves it a penny. So by betting $3.52, you move it up a penny each time. I think that's why he does it. That way you don't overshoot it and bet too much. That's the problem with betting the $8.80. But I noticed betting the 88 cents seems a lot less volatile. Maybe it just seems that way because it takes longer. I don't know, but it's taken me a long time to go through $300 at just the 88 cents. I did get, I put this, I think I talked about this on the video, so this is mostly for you, Paul, but I did have 88 free games earlier.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. And I did get, here's the amazing thing, and this is not on the video. Here's the amazing thing. I got a hand pay on this machine already, and I'm still down, and will be down even when it hits the 5,000. Even though I got a hand pay in the middle of all this. And then I'm buying you dinner after this because I am starving. I have, all I had today was a bagel and an Impossible Whopper. And the Impossible Whopper was at, more free games, but I'm just going to speed through them. That was at noon, so I've not eaten since noon. And even then, there was no meat. I have not had any meat today, which is unusual for me. I mean, look at this thing. It's going to go all the way to the top, isn't it? It's going to go to 5,000.
Sort of looks like it.
$4,999.99. Then I was asking people on the video if anybody wanted to take bets. You can on YouTube. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I should have told you I was seeing. Oh my God. It hit. There it is. $4,992. Now, you know what the bad part is? I didn't use any of my free play. So I have like $500 in free play. What am I supposed to do with that? Take a picture of it. And I'm going to take a video of it too. All right, there it is. Finally, $4,992 even. It paid. And now we have to wait for the attendant to come by. And then the thing is, yeah, it resets to 4,000. And so this took quite a while for the last hand pay. We'll see how long it takes this time.
I'd just like to say congratulations to Dark Star.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming down here to rescue me. I'm glad that I didn't need the rescue funds. Oh man, what an awful experience. I don't like the way I feel when I play these things. I feel like, oh, there you go. Cheers. Thank you. It's about time. Yes, you can. Yeah. With that, now I only, on this machine today, because of that win, I only lost about $700.
Do you have your social?
Yeah, it's, I don't have a card.
Are you in the system here?
Yeah, probably not with my social though. I never had a hand. Give you the number.
I'll have to have you fill out a form.
All right.
Can we keep filming?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Oh. Nah, you can turn it on.
Any last words before?
Well, they're coming. I don't have my Social Security card on me, which no one's ever asked me for the card. You just have to have the number. So anyway, I guess there's some form I have to fill out for taxes, so I can pay taxes on my loss.
So that was almost a complete disaster. I thought I was prepared. So I don't have a lot of experience with this machine, okay? This is the first time, actually I have no experience with this machine. I played it one time before, just on an experiment, going for the smaller jackpot, but I didn't even play it that long because I quickly realized that, nah, it's not gonna work, and I didn't really lose any money. Maybe I lost 50 bucks. Anyway, as you can see, it's snowing. It's snowing and it's October. Okay, I'm in the United States. I'm obviously in the northern part of the United States, and some of you probably know exactly where I am, but I don't want to necessarily give too much away. Anyway, October, now I'm driving in a snowstorm. As if this day can't get any worse. I got to the casino at about 12:30 p.m. It's now 12:43 a.m. You saw, Paul came. We finally did go have dinner, and then I had all that free play, and or not free play, but well, yeah, it's sort of free play, whatever. It's, they put money on there that I should have just used. I found out that I could have just used it, and then even if it hit the jackpot, the remaining balance would just go back to the card. So I should have done that instead of taking out the cash advance on my credit card. I would have had plenty of money. I didn't need to pay all those fees and stuff. But anyway, I did it that way. I took the money out on the credit card because I was getting nervous. I was getting down to just a little bit of money. I left $63 in the machine and totally forgot about it because they did the hand pay and there was still $63 in there. I'm not a slot player. I don't know. I didn't think of it. Paul didn't think of it. Anyway, we went to eat, and then I was playing other machines. Last thing I was going to do was go over by that machine again. Obviously, you can't play it now. And I was on my way home, and I turned around. I realized, I left money in the machine. Anyway, of course, it was gone. Somebody had cashed it out. The casino was looking into it for me. They figured out, yeah, somebody else came along after I left, cashed out the slip, and they started playing with the money on other machines. So obviously, if they're trying to steal the money, that wasn't very smart. The smart thing to do would be to cash it immediately and then go home. But they didn't. They stayed in the casino playing with it. Trouble is, they only had $14 and some odd change left by the time they found them, and that's all the money they had. So they gave me the $14 and change. The other $49 and change, or whatever it is, well, it's gone because I'm an idiot. So live and learn, right? So that is $50 gone. Whatever. It was a dumb mistake on my part. It's a good $50 lesson not to forget to cash out even after a hand pay. dummy. Anyway, I don't think you realize how close to total disaster that was. If I couldn't have got people to show up and bring me money, well, I didn't even need it. I ended up having enough money, but I was getting scared because that was the end of my business. I have a minimum balance that I have to keep in my checking account, which is where I, withdrew the money out of the business checking account. And there's a minimum balance, and so I didn't close the account completely. I left the minimum balance in there. But that was it. That was all that was in there. And the card I used, the credit card I used, that's the card I use for the Blackjack business too. I put all my expenses on there, and I pay it off every month with cash from the business. So that's okay. I didn't use any personal credit cards. Of course, I don't bring those with me. That would have been the end of the business, the end of advantage play gambling for me.
So this is actually pretty cool. Got to get a shot of this. It's October. These statues here, these horses, covered in snow. You see that? Those are big statues.
Gotta try to stay ahead of the trucks if I can, because they blind me. Going 53 miles an hour, which is about as fast as I can handle, and it seems to be just fast enough to stay ahead of these trucks. But every once in a while, some maniac, see now I can't even see, some maniac comes along in a semi that wants to go way more than that, even though we can't see anything. I was not prepared for this in October. Did not think I'd be dealing with this. Guess it pays to check the forecast. I was just thinking that machine was about ready. So this whole thing was just a bad idea. Well, I can't keep up with the 50 miles an hour anymore. Slipping all over the place. I'm just gonna have to deal with this truck passing me. I'm back up to 54. He almost passed me. I sped up. He really wants to pass me, so that he can cover me in slush and blind me. I don't know if that's like fun for them. Going south, so I keep hoping that it's right at 32. I keep hoping that it's going to get better as I go further south, but it doesn't seem to make any difference. Alright, well, I'm going 55, and that's not good enough for him. He's going to come and pass me no matter what I do. Here he comes. Wow, here he comes. Go. Get ready. Ready to get blasted. There it is. Yeah. Look at this other truck right on top of it. Right on top of it. Look at this. These guys are nuts. Blow me off the road. Look at him. Another one. He's gonna blow me off the road. Can't believe this. Look at them. All on top of each other. Like it's the Indy 500 in the snow. $4,500 in the snow with semis. You guys are nuts. Do they know that they didn't put any salt down yet? These guys realize that? And nobody's prepared for this yet? Sure. No f***ing trailer, UPS, just blow by me. This is why last winter most of my trips were on airplanes, and I spent a lot of time in the South. Played in Biloxi, played in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Las Vegas, of course. Because I did not want to be driving around in Iowa and Wisconsin in this crap. And so now we got another winter, but this time not because I've been losing or anything, because I've been spending too much of my profits. I don't really know that I can afford airfare and hotel and all that. I don't play rated for the most part, so it's not like I'm going to get comps or anything.